This has got to be one of the most interesting segments I have seen in WWE so far. Seth Rollins, in a very worried way, calls Paul Heyman and asks him a very deep and personal question. Now, what question was that? That was Seth Rollins asking Paul Heyman if he loses against Cody Rhodes at Crown Jewel, what would be the aftermath? Paul Heyman, in a very stern way, tried to avoid the question multiple times, but Seth Rollins wasn't letting him go easily. He took him to a point where he had to spill out the truth, and that was everyone, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, would start to question his legitimacy as the leader. Now, once that question was done, Seth Rollins was not satisfied. Why? He asked Paul Heyman directly that what would he do if Seth Rollins loses. And the answer Paul Heyman gave was very chilling. And the answer was that he would start to question why he chose Seth Rollins over Roman Reigns. Now, I personally feel this segment was very important, and it showed one of the early stages of a possible backstab from Paul Heyman. The way he was trying to avoid the question and the way Seth Rollins looked worried just shows that there is something sinister going on. Other than that, what do you think was the main issue? Things that you've noticed in this intense interaction?
I think what's interesting about this is that Paul Heyman was either trying to show Seth Rollins that he has faith in him, that he's just avoiding the question that Seth Rollins can lose. It's either that, or he was genuinely trying to avoid the question on Paul Heyman himself, whether he would betray Seth Rollins or not. So that is the interesting part. That is why we're going to tune in. This is a storyline that people like to dismiss, even though we agree that the WWE is at a downward spiral right now. But a storyline like this, which is very rare, that kind of gets our attention. So in a world that nothing is going on in the WWE, this is something refreshing that we can see